So, a little while ago, I had this amazing idea that I wanted to create my very own song. But little did I know that this small little idea would take me a month. At the beginning, I felt like this would, just be a small little thing. I could easily do it. But fast forward a month and here we are. barely getting past the project, and I don't know. I think that's just me trying to actually have a decent project because I could have done this way faster, but I don't know. Whatever, it's just me. But today I'm going to teach you guys what I've learned about songwriting because that is my question: how to write a catchy song. So I'm going to take you through all the steps and the struggles that I've been through in trying to do this. So yeah, enjoy. So for me, this whole song idea, I was just one random day and I was thinking like, it could be cool to, make my own song. So I was like, yeah, that could be cool. So I started like, just having these little thoughts in my head about how I could accomplish this. But I didn't really feel like making it into a complete reality yet until we got introduced to the passion project. I was like, what could I do this project on? And I was thinking, well, obviously I could just do Minecraft or something, but that I feel like I do that way too much. Overuse that. It's too easy. So I was like, well, maybe I should try and challenge myself. So maybe I should try and use this song idea in creative design. But that presented even more of a challenge because it's a time limit. So I had to get this song done in like 3 weeks, which I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. So I had to just start from scratch. The first thing I wanted to do when I got home from creative design that day was think about how could I start this project. And I was thinking, who could I talk to help me? And then I thought right off the bat, Paul. Paul is my guitar teacher. This is Paul. And, we love Paul. So the next time I went to go see Paul, I asked him if he could help me just start out making the song. And what he explained to me is step 1 of making the song is deciding whether how you want to start it. So for example, some people start with the chords, some people start with the melody, some people even start with lyrics. And he explained to me that I needed to pick which one was the easiest to start with and then just try and go with that. So we tried a bunch of just random stuff, me and him, and at the end I figured out that just me personally, I think I like going with the chords first, but it varies from different people. And then we get to the hard part of my little music journey here. So after me and Paul talked about the whole chords, it led to me going home and trying to find my old chord progressions that I liked. And that was the most hard part for me because I could not, for the life of me, find one chord progression that I was happy with. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just because I'm too hard on myself, or maybe they actually sucked. I don't know. I just couldn't find a good chord progression. I went through so many different chord progressions until I finally found one that was like, yeah, it's okay. But I went through so many. So to help explain chords for anyone who doesn't really know what they are, a chord is 2 or more notes that are played together on basically whatever instrument. So for example, we're going to take the C chord here, which would be C, E, and G. C, E, G. That's what a C chord is. And then when you strum it together, you get a C chord. So basically, that works for any different chord you want to play. It's just consistent of the notes, which hopefully most of you know, but just for a little bit of explanation. So when you're making a chord progression, you need to make sure that all the chords in your progression are in the same key. And basically what a key is just a singular set of notes that all sound good together. So for example, in a C key, we're just going to take C for now. You have C, B, D, E, F, G, A, B. That's what the notes in C are. So I wanted to make my song in the key of D. So all the chords that I wanted to put in my song have to be chords in the key of D. So that also adds a little bit of a harder part to it. So the chords I ended up going with where you have D, then you have F sharp 7, then you have B minor, and then you have G. And then you can also add an extra little A in there if you want. So then if it all goes together, it sounds a little bit Okay, so that's the chord progression that I came up with, but I also came up with a lot of other ones. I just hated them, so yeah. Now, for the next part of your song, you're going to need to create a melody. And what a melody is basically just like a line of notes. So we had chords, which are notes combined into one, but a melody is just a line of them. So it's like simple and like something we can sing. What I do to make my melodies is you just go over what chords you have, replay them, and then you just hum over them. So that helps with like, just pulling out random stuff from your brain for a melody. So that's what I did with my chords. I recorded them and then just like went over and over again and just hummed until I had a good melody that I liked. So after I did that a bunch, I finally came up with like a little chorus idea that I liked. And here, I'll just like kind of hum it. It goes a little bit like, da 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 ba ba da da ba na 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 da 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 da. So you can kind of see how just like humming over your chords like that can create a cool melody. So yeah. So when you finally finish with the melody and chords, you can finally start to move on to the lyrics. And I don't think I really need to leave a definition here because I'm pretty sure everyone knows what lyrics are. But once you have your whole like basically song put together, I guess the last thing not last, but one of the last things you need to do is go listen through it and then put lyrics on it, which can be difficult sometimes, but depends if you're trying to make it like tell a story or just random words. So I'm going to give you guys an example of my little tune that I'm showing you guys here. But don't judge my voice, okay? Because it's bad, but I'm going to try, okay? Here we go. Oh, you are not alone anymore, oh, anymore. You are not alone anymore, oh, anymore. I'll be right around the corner if you are ever needing me, 'cause you are not alone, not anymore. So that right there is basically the gist of what Paul taught me. But this is kind of where my struggles come in here, because as you just heard, I suck. It's my own problem here, not my songwriting ability, but it's hard. That's what's hard about this, because you kind of have to get over your fears here. I'm literally showing this video to the entire class of me singing and playing guitar crappy, but here we are, and I'm doing this, but it scares me half to death, so we'll see how this goes. The next step in this process would be to put your song, record it in a music editing software, and then you're basically done. But I am broke, and I did not have any music editing software, okay? So I was looking around trying to find a bunch of free ones. I tried a bunch of free ones. None of them were seeming to work, and I also just don't have the equipment for this. I don't have MIDI keypad. I don't have an audio interface. All I have is my 3 guitars and my computer. So I kind of had to make do with what I had. But then something happened that came a little bit in clutch. Now, I have this cousin, and his name is Matt. And Matt he likes to do his own music too. So he bought FL Studio for like $200. But what I didn't know is apparently you can share your FL Studio account with other people and not have it charge them. So Matt asked me one day, he was like, "Hey, do you need a music editing software?" I was like, "Yeah." And then I hopped in a call with Matt, and he gave me his login information for FL Studio. So that helped a ton, because I actually had a thing to edit my song on. But that being said, I had about 2 days to learn how to use it and record all my stuff. So that's why the song that you're going to hear at the end of the video here is crappy. It's crappy, but that's okay. This video is not about the finished product. It's about the process of getting there, right? Right. Okay. But anyway, thank you, Matt, for letting me use your thing. So, for one little quick last recap of what we all went over today, to make a song, the first thing you need to do is start with chords. If you don't know how to make a good chord progression, then look up YouTube videos. That's always a great tool to help. So, make your chord progression. Then, next, you make your melody. So, you just can hum over your guitar and try and hum a melody. Next step, lyrics. Write whatever you're thinking about or whatever you feel like you need to get. It's just like writing a story, but in the form of a song. So that's the next step. And then the next step after that, if you decide to, this is optional. If you feel like putting it into a music production software, then go for it. But some people just doesn't have those tools available. So, it's whatever. If you feel like doing that, then do it. If you don't, then that's cool too. And now for the part that you guys have all been waiting for. The finished product, which is sort of disappointing for me. That I've struggled this whole time with just like liking what I've done, and I also feel like I could do a lot better. The time limit kind of put a cap on my time to practice and learn how to do all of this stuff. So I'm sorry, but it's a little bit rushed, short, bad. But I mean, hopefully you kind of enjoy it. We'll see. Yeah, enjoy the song. 7 a.m. on a Sunday, kinda done with everyone. I got a good family and I got great friends, so let's get out and have some fun. My friend called me, said he needs to talk. He said he's sad and super lonely. I have no friends, no family. My life feels oh so empty. And I said, you are not alone anymore, oh anymore. You are not alone anymore, oh anymore. I'll be right around the corner if you are ever needing me, 'cause you are not alone. Well, not anymore. So, that's all. That's my project. And yeah, I get it. The song's not that great. I know. But take this piece of advice from Paul.
Well, like every writer says, for every okay song you write, you gotta write 10 bad ones. Just to give you an idea. Any artistic work is like that. Like, it's a system of making decisions.
So yeah, even though I'm not super happy with how it turned out, it's good. And like what's about to happen here, songwriting is kind of like this. If sometimes you go down, but you just gotta pull your pants up and get back there. You got this, champ. And thank you for watching my video. Goodbye, everyone, and enjoy the rest of the presentations. Peace out. Bye-bye.